I said we're closed. You want coffee and donuts, just go down the... Well, hey, stranger. Somebody told me this was going to be a great day.
Well, I didn't want to spoil your predictions.
Oh, no, you're not spoiling anything at all. Far from it. All that matters is that you're here now.
You know, I'm not here to stay. I just came to get my things.
What are you doing, Tina?
Reading the paper. What's it look like?
I suppose I have to remind you that while we're confined to this wonderful halfway house, we don't have the luxury of reading papers and drinking coffee. We do have to work every day.
I know that. This is not the funnies.
What is it?
The want ads. Yes, it's where you find a job. And if I don't want to go to Statesville, I have to find one.
Wait a minute. Am I hearing you correctly? You had a job as of yesterday, or have you been fired?
No. Ambrose loves me. That's exactly what the problem is. That's why I have to leave, Lord love the children, and find a new job. So, surgical fitter...
Hey, no way. How dare you think of quitting? Look, I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to tell you that there's no way I'm going to let you quit.
Thanks for coming by so early, Victoria. In fact, thanks for coming by at all. After yesterday.
Well, I tell you what, I think that temporarily we ought to just forget about what happened yesterday. The Centennial is going to start next week, and we have to make every second count. I brought us a very large thermos of coffee to get started with, because I think we have a million details to take care of, don't we?
Oh, at least. Except I don't think we'll need the coffee. I've already thought of everything.
What are you doing?
It's time, Victoria. We've waited long enough. You have to choose.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
Roger, I don't know what's gotten into you. I thought we straightened all this out last night.
Victoria.
I know how you feel about me, but yours are not the only feelings involved. Now, you're a sensitive man. I thought you understood that. I guess I was wrong. If you think that a little atmosphere is going to get me to change my mind, you are wrong. I cannot be seduced into choosing between you and Clint.
Victoria, please, forgive my joke.
Joke? This is funny?
It is. I'm sorry, but it is. I just didn't mean for it to go so far.
Okay. Why is this a joke?
Well, I wanted you to help me choose the music for the Centennial Ball. You hate me, right? I crossed over the line of good taste and decency.
Yes, you did that. You did that. Boy, what a self-righteous little prig I am. As the butt of your joke, I should probably throw a pie in your face, but I guess I deserved it. Everything that's happened to me the last couple of days, I sort of forgot about our pact. I'm very glad you remembered.
It's a curse. Where Victoria Buchanan is concerned, I seem to remember everything.
Well, your joke was successful. You made me smile, and you made me listen to some pretty music.
Does that mean you approve my choice?
Of course. Why would that surprise you? I approve everything you do. Almost.
If we're going to sidestep anything serious, I'm going to let that remark just pass on by.
Yeah, I think that's a real good idea, too. Now, you got me here at this ungodly hour, so I think we ought to delve right into the Centennial Ball. You can choose the music, that's fine, but I do need help with the decorations.
Victoria, I do need to be serious for just one moment.
Oh, Roger, you promised me.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have to ask for a special dispensation because there's something I have to say. It's something that can't wait.
I have had it with you. You came begging me to help you get Ambrose exposed. You said that you were too far in, that I was the only one who could help you out.
Yes, and you were.
Well, then let me finish. Do you think for 1 minute that I wanted to go along with this plan, a plan that might send me to Statesville or get me into major trouble with the Wymans? No, Tina, I have news for you. I didn't. I'm also not as noble and as brave as you seem to think I am, and I just swallowed my pride, I swallowed my fears to help you and to help the kids at Lord Love the Children.
Yes, and I'm very grateful. Didn't I say I was grateful?
And this is the way you're going to show your gratitude, by just washing your hands of this job and dumping it in my lap so I have to deal with Ambrose?
I don't have any choice.
Oh, boy, have I heard that one before.
Look, you haven't even heard what happened yesterday.
Tell me what?
It started so innocently, and then it...
Tina, would you just tell me?
Look, I was trying to get Ambrose to tell me just exactly what Lord Love the Children was up to.
You know what they're up to, selling babies and making a profit.
Yes, but I had to have him admit it to me. That way Cord would have proof so we could expose them, and somehow everything went wrong.
So you didn't get Ambrose to admit anything?
Well, he was gonna when Cord walked in.
So?
So we were in a compromising position.
Oh, Tina.
He was trying to force himself on me when Cord walked in, and he... Of course, Cord didn't understand.
Oh, I wonder why not.
He jumped to all the wrong conclusions. And then, before I could even stop him, he hit Ambrose and he stormed out of there.
Well done, Tina. Well done. Well, did you go after Cord and try and explain all this to him?
Of course I did, but he wouldn't understand.
I see. So that's why you want to give up on exposing Ambrose Wyman. Well, the way I see it, you don't have anything else to lose, do you?
What are you talking about? Look, I have everything to lose. Cord's first instinct when he saw that was to hit Ambrose. That's good news.
That's good.
Yeah. It means he still cares about me. He loves me. That's why he did it. That's why I have to leave Lord Love the Children before anything else happens.
Tina, here you go again, doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, or vice versa. With you, I don't even know anymore. Now, you did make a mistake. You should not have allowed Ambrose to get his hands on you. I wish you would start thinking with your head instead of your body all the time. But besides that, the other reason you should not leave this job is because you would be making everything so much worse for everyone else, especially yourself.
That's a little sudden, isn't it?
Well, you didn't really expect me to stay, did you? I mean, not after everything we've been through.
Well, I just saw her. Hoped you might want to fight it out.
No, I think it's better for both of us if I just move back to the Waterside Inn.
Look, I can make it easier for you. I can have Andy box up your stuff and have it delivered.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I want to get it over with now. I have to go back to the hospital.
Hospital? What, is something wrong? You
No,
okay?
not with me. It's Raymond.
Oh, the prince? Well, I thought he recovered from getting knocked on the head.
He did, temporarily, but then, he's suffering some vision loss from the accident.
Well, what's that supposed to mean? Is he blind?
Yeah, for now at least. I mean, it comes and goes. And since Sarah's Blindness Center knows this specialist that's associated with the Landview Hospital, I thought that maybe he could come back here and have them take a look at him, and while he does, I thought I'd take care of him.
I'm sorry to hear he's in such bad shape. Then again, I guess he's a pretty lucky guy to have the Gordon sisters watching over him. Especially the one named Meg.
What was the least I could do? I mean, he did risk his life to save mine.
He wasn't the only one, you know.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm gonna go back.
Oh.
Max, please.
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't help notice that you're still wearing it. Bracelet I gave you, remember?
I forgot I had it on.
I guess that means you're getting used to wearing it. I know I was getting used to seeing it on you. I guess I never told you how happy it made me to see it kind of dangling from your wrist whenever we went out together, or working the fraternity row, or just sitting here having breakfast. Pretty sentimental, huh?
Yeah, it's a very nice bracelet, and I've enjoyed wearing it, but I really don't think it makes sense for me to keep it now that...
You don't have to give it back to me.
Max, if we're going to make a break, I think it should be a clean one.
No, breakups can be clean, Megan. You may give me back the bracelet doesn't mean I'm going to change my feelings for you.
Oh, and what about your feelings for Gabrielle? Am I supposed to forget about those?
Why do you have to always bring that up?
Because she's always there, Max, no matter what we do, no matter where we go.
Will you take a look around here? I'm sorry, but last time I looked at the door, it says Max and Megan's place. Now look around in here. What do you see? I don't see anything but you and me.
You're wrong, Max. Gabrielle is never going to leave you, and that's why I have to.
Oh, you're right. Gabrielle is a part of my life, yes. Because we shared a past together. And because we had a child together. But that's got nothing to do with the future. Megan, the future belongs to you and me if you just give me another chance.
No, I can't give you another chance. I've given you enough chances, and I can't do this anymore. Here. Just take this, okay? Max, I won't be long.
Max and Megan's place. And the engraver said it would last forever.
Max, I hope you're not giving up.
Oh. Andy, you listening to my conversations again? Oh, I guess it's just as well. You heard Megan has given up for both of us. In spite of your little pep talk.
Well, what I say still goes. You can still win her back. It's just going to be a little tougher than I thought.
Didn't you hear the breakfast bell, Mr. Buchanan?
Well, since I let most of the crew go, I didn't figure we'd be sitting down to chow for a while.
Oh, well, that's where you're wrong. The rest of the skeleton crew have put on the old feed cloth already.
Bag, Julia. Feed bag.
Bag, well, whatever it is. I knew that you'd be short-handed. You'll need all your strength. So put down that pitchfork and relax.
No can do. Until I make up my mind as to what's next for Buchanan City, I want to make sure the basics are done and done right.
Oh, well, now you've really done it right.
It's just a light strain. I'll work it out.
Oh, let me remind you, wise Bill, that you're no longer sweet 16.
I know that, but it doesn't mean I can't put in a full day's work.
Oh, listen to me. You put in 3 days' work every single day as it is. And listen, if I were responsible for you doing anything more than straining your back, I'd never forgive myself. I mean, I was the one who persuaded you to stay here in the first place. But if I'd known how you were going to punish yourself, I'd never have...
This isn't punishment. It's just good, hard, honest work.
Good. Then you can take a break.
No, I'm just a little too busy to slow down and have breakfast.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Bossman, but you don't make all the rules. It just so happens that I have made an absolutely irresistible repast, and only a rotten old meanie would turn it down. Ta-da!
Where in the name of Sam Houston did you come up with that?
Well, now, don't just stand there, my man. Breakfast is served.
All right. You win, ma'am. You win.
I spent a long night thinking about what happened on the mountain yesterday. I had no right to take advantage of you like that.
Oh, Roger.
No. That's exactly what I was doing. And it was inexcusable. You were feeling very vulnerable because of your troubles with Clint, and... well, I just swooped in. It's bad enough denouncing your husband behind your back. But I also said that you should give up on your marriage and choose me. To say that I was out of line is putting it mildly. I have no defense except to say that, well, for the moment, being alone with you in a place that means so much to both of us.
Please. You're not the only one who was affected by where we were and how we were. There's no need for you to apologize.
It's very gracious of you. But I'm not apologizing. Especially not for kissing you. I mean, I could, of course, but you see, I enjoyed every millisecond of those kisses.
If you don't mind, I'd rather not discuss that.
Absolutely. Discussing a kiss isn't nearly as exciting as doing it.
Roger.
Kissing. I'm just kidding. And about all those things I said, you can rest easy. I'm not going to pressure you about Clint.
That's very good to hear. Now, could we please
See,
get
I don't
down
need to resort to pressure. My strong suit is patience, as you should know by now. And And when something's worth waiting for, I can wait.
Good.
Which only
Now, the
makes me wonder if you're as patient as I am. How long are you going to wait for Clint?
You say you're not going to pressure me, and the next words out of your mouth
You're
are
right.
pressure, pressure, pressure.
I withdraw the question if you're off the hook if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Well, it's not that it makes me uncomfortable. It's just I don't have an answer for you. I don't know how long I'm going to wait for Clint. We've been married 7 years. We both put our hearts and souls into that marriage, everything we have. How can I suddenly put a time limit on that?
Maybe you shouldn't ask me. I'm not exactly an impartial observer.
Besides, I can't go back on my word. I promised him that I would do everything in my power to make our marriage work.
If he came back to Landview, that's all you ask in return. He needed to know that you hadn't given up. You needed to know that he'd meet you halfway, back home in Landview. I hate to be the one to point it out, but as of now...
I know. As of now, he hasn't come back yet. That doesn't mean he won't. I realize it may seem very foolish, but I haven't stopped hoping.
Never foolish to hope.
Oh, Roger, I am truly sorry. I know I'm not saying what you want to hear. But you know, you and I have always been, well, mostly honest with each other. That doesn't have to change now.
Sometimes I think I'd prefer a little lie.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, not really. Look, the truth is that Clint and I have had some very wonderful times. And there are 3 children involved. I guess I'm just not ready to give up on all that. I'm sorry, that's all I can say.
That's plenty. And don't be sorry. I asked the question. I got my answer. Of course, that does leave me with a loose end that needs to be resolved before I can go any further.
Oh, Roger, no more, please.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I have to ask this question, and I promise I'll abide by your answer.
All right. Okay. What is it?
What do you want to serve for hors d'oeuvres at the Centennial Ball?
I'm going to fight you for that. You're awful.
I can't resist. You make it too easy.
All right, okay. You're so smart. We can have smoked salmon. Is that all right?
I love it almost as much as I love seeing you smile.
Okay, we have resolved that very big crisis, and now I'm going back to my house.
Wait a minute. Don't we have a thermos of coffee?
We sure do. You keep it, okay? Because if I stay here, we're not going to get anything accomplished at all day long. But on the other hand, if I go home, I'm going to get a great deal accomplished. I hope you have an awfully good day.
Look, I found this job. I can find another before they take me off to Statesville.
I'm not talking about the job, Tina. I'm talking about something far more important in your life. Cord.
I know, that's why I have to leave Lord Love the Children. I have to show to Cord that I have never been nor ever will be involved with Ambrose.
But Tina, don't you see? If you leave this job, then Cord will know for sure, or he'll feel that there definitely was something going on between you and Ambrose.
That's ridiculous. I hate the man. He makes my skin crawl, especially when I think about how he's getting rich off selling all those poor innocent babies.
That's right, Tina. Think about those babies. Think of how you could help them. Think of how you may be the only one who can. Look, if you don't want to stay with Lord Love the Children for your own sake, do it for their sake. Tina, they don't have anyone else. You may be the only one who can help them. And you keep telling me over and over how much we owe a certain little boy, Stephen McGillis. Well, don't you think we also owe it to Sandy and the rest of them?
Oh, no, you're right. I can't walk away now.
Good, that's more like it.
And if I stay at the clinic, Cord will see how committed I am.
Oh, Tina.
No, he'll see that my heart really is in the right place, and then he'll fall in love with me
Here
again.
you go again. What? Doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. If you stay at the clinic, it is because you're needed there, because you want to stay there, not because you want to get the man back in your life again.
Of course I knew that. I know that, but if I can do both...
Tina, you can't think of it that way. Listen to me. That's exactly how I used to think of Max. I used to think of every way I could to get him to love me, and all I ended up doing was losing him. Look, this may sound very strange coming from me, but here's some very hard-earned advice. Follow your conscience, stick to your principles, and have courage, because if you do that, then everything else will work out for itself.
You sound so sure of that. Is everything working out for you and Max? Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, hey, it's all right. You should learn from my mistakes. Don't wait till it's too late, okay? I have to get going.
Gabrielle. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here, let me help you with that.
No, it's all right. I didn't realize how much stuff I brought over. I'll get someone else to come by and get the rest of it.
Wes, you don't have to do that. I can drop it by later.
If you don't mind, I'd rather that you didn't. I'd rather use a third party.
Make it whatever you want.
Thank you.
Like we say on the main menu, we're here to please. I'll just have the bed stripped ready to go.
What do you mean the bed?
Well, you'll be wanting that, won't you? I mean, you paid for it. You had it delivered here. It's your bed.
No, that's our bed. Well, I mean, it's your bed. I gave it to you as a present, remember?
Yeah, I gave you that bracelet as a present, remember?
Max, that's completely different. That bracelet meant that the two of us were... Not that the bed didn't mean that. It's just... Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. You want me to keep the bed? Okay, I'll keep the bed. But I would like the same with the bracelet. So, if you want the bracelet back, I'm ready to return it.
I think you should keep it. I don't want it.
Darling, shouldn't you be at work?
Some things are more important than work.
Ah. Now, why do I get the feeling that you've landed yourself in some more trouble?
Because I always do, and that's exactly what I've done again. And you're not going to be too happy when you hear what it's about, but no matter how bad things are, you always seem to help me.
That's so funny. How come I manage to help everybody else? I can't help myself.
Oh, here I go again, ranting about my own life when obviously you need to talk. Look, if what's going on is very important, mine can wait.
No, honey. You said you had something important to tell me. You have my undivided attention. Go ahead.
Are you sure? Because if your problem's very important, mine can wait.
No, believe me, I would much rather hear somebody else's problems right now. What's wrong?
What isn't wrong? I've totally messed up my life again, and I don't know how to get out of it. In fact, you're the only one who can help me.
Will you skip the preamble and get to the point, please?
It's Cord.
Again? I thought you were patching things up.
Well, we were, and then I messed everything up again, and then he walked out on me again, and if you don't help me, I don't think I'm ever going to get him back.
You know, what I can't get over is where you got this silver set out here in the desert.
You want to know all my secrets, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Last night I took a drive, and I went to Spring Place, and I found this tiny little antique shop. And in it I found a tiny little antique man. And I persuaded him to let me borrow the silver. Well, actually, I promised him first dibs on his own antique shop in the new Buchanan City. I hope you don't mind.
No, mine, not at all. I'm impressed with your resourcefulness, not to mention your optimism. You know, Buchanan City may never get off the ground, which means we wouldn't have any need for an antique shop.
Now, I won't hear of you talking that way. You're making giant strides every day.
Yeah, right. I'm pitching a lot of hay. I'm dreaming a lot of dreams, but that by itself will not get it done, which is probably why I don't want to slow down and take a break. If I slow down, I start thinking, and if I go to thinking, then I realize what a damn fool I am.
You are many things, Clint, but you're not a fool.
You know, when I started out here, everything that I've done, every nail I've driven, every coat of paint I slapped on, I did it for Viki. I kept telling myself that if it pleased her, all our problems would be solved. Well, guess again. It looks like all I've done is make our problems worse. So much for Buchanan City.
Well, I guess it's all right to feel sorry for yourself for a little while. But after that, you've got to realize you didn't just come out here for your wife. You came out here for yourself. Because you had a vision of a better way of life. And if that's made your marriage worse, that's not your fault.
No, wait a minute. I know you mean well.
All right, all right, all right. The last thing I mean to do is depress you. Do you want some more coffee?
No, thanks. I'm going to get back to work. Maybe if I stay busy, I won't be thinking so much.
Now, you've worked enough for one day. Besides, I won't let you go back on your promise.
What promise?
Oh, you haven't forgotten? Yesterday, you promised to take me riding.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this afternoon.
Now, after all the trouble I went to give you a taste of old England, the least you can do is give me the flavor of the Old West.
Oh, boy, you drive a hard bargain, Miss Medina.
Just beginning to realize that, are we?
All right, but I'm warning you. No English saddles. If you're going to ride in the West, you're going to ride Western style.
Wouldn't have it any other way, partner.
Oh, Yolanda's just on my way to work.
Well, you got a visitor. A male visitor.
I do?
Yeah. Come on in, Mr. Wyman.
Good morning, Gabrielle.
So make Mr. Wyman feel at home, Gabrielle. If you're lucky. Maybe some of his goodness will rub off on you.
Bless you, dear lady.
If this is about the medical report...
No. Tina was kind enough to drop it by yesterday. Everything's in order. Actually, I came to see if she was here. She was supposed to be at the clinic this morning to take some children out on an outing. Fortunately, she hasn't shown up.
Oh, really? That's surprising. I know when she left here, she was on her way there.
There's no need to protect her. Tina and I have an understanding. I overlook any inconvenience she might create in light of all the many good things she sends our way. Like you.
That's a very nice thing to say. I'm actually on my way to work, though.
Please, give me a moment of your time. Being such a good friend of Tina's, I suppose she told you about the unfortunate incident that happened yesterday.
Yes, she did mention something about it.
Now, there's no reason to be coy. I still have the bruise on my jaw from where her husband hit me. Poor man was in such a jealous rage, he completely misunderstood the entire situation.
Yes, well, I wasn't there, so I really couldn't say.
You really are a good friend of Tina's, aren't you? Very well, we'll both do our best to try and forget the way she tried to compromise me in my office.
Mr. Wyman, I'm sure that Tina will be back at the clinic when you get back there. As for me, right now, I have to get ready for work.
Please, just one more moment of your precious time. You see, I have a confession to make. Although Tina is very important to me, you, Gabrielle, are uppermost on my mind.
Did not.
Yes, you did. You knew you were winning the race until the last moment when you eased up and let me win.
No, I don't ease up. I never have. I just flat don't ease up. Not for man or woman, which is what landed me out here in the first place. But Buttercup did show me something today. So did the rider.
Oh, Buttercup did all the work. I just hung on for the ride.
No, that's not true. One thing I learned about Julia Medina, when it comes to horses or people, she's got a way of getting them to do what she wants them to do.
I suppose that's meant to be a compliment.
Of course it's a compliment. Look at the wonders you worked with me. Did I want to go on that ride? No. But you insisted. And it turns out it's just exactly what I needed.
Well, I must admit you do seem infinitely happier than when I brought you in your breakfast.
Well, I think happier is putting it mildly. I mean, when I was riding out there, it reminded me of why I came to Arizona in the first place.
Uh-oh, another example of Julia making Clint do something he doesn't really want to do.
That's not true. You didn't make me do anything. You just nudged me a little. But once I got out there and got to riding, my inspiration came back. You know, I was just this close to calling it quits. But I got on horseback and, I couldn't wait to pick up a hammer and nails and get back to work. I don't care if I have to drive every nail and set every fence post myself.
Well, if it's all the same to you, that ride made me hungry.
We just got through eating.
Oh, well, an English breakfast can't really satisfy an Arizona appetite. I'll tell you what, let's go back to the hotel, have a shower, get changed, and then I'll rustle up a real Western breakfast. You know, coffee, bacon, pancakes, all that sort of thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I learned my lesson. From now on, when you say you want something done, I'm just going to say yes, ma'am, and go to doing it.
Well, that's better. Glad to hear it. Come on, then. Oh.
Julia?
Oh, God. I suddenly felt so weak.
Just take it easy.
I haven't ridden for a long time.
Well, just take it easy.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Boy, I thought nothing could shock me anymore, but this is awful.
It's the truth. Every word of it.
Yeah. But they have such a fine reputation. In fact, when they came to Landview, I know that the Banner ran a huge feature article on them, full of praise.
Yeah, well, it seems the Wymans are full of something else.
So it would seem. Although I have to tell you, I'm equally as shocked by your part in all of this.
Me? I'm just trying to stop them before they sell more babies.
Yes, an admirable objective, darling, but your methods, as usual.
I know. I didn't think this time.
This time? You never think. Sweetheart, you keep saying you're going to turn over a new leaf, and when you do, underneath is the same old Tina.
Oh, I know. Gabrielle just told me that, and Cord walked out on me because of that, and I try. I really do to do better, and I don't know. It just never works.
Oh, Tina.
Like, I know complaining about it is not going to make anything better, but still, I just...
Complaining is not going to make anything better. Look, your heart was in the right place. I realize that.
Just my body was in the wrong one, as usual. Well, go ahead. Tell me I've been a fool.
No. No, you're not going to get a lecture from me. I've made a rather major mess of my own life recently.
See, there you bring it up again. I mean, here I am going on and on about my problems, and you obviously need to talk to me about something.
No. No, you came to me for help, so I'm going to give you the only advice that I possibly can, sweetheart. You must go to the police. You must let Rafe and his men take care of this. In fact, I'm very surprised the court hasn't done that himself.
Well, we would have, but we didn't have any proof.
Are you kidding? After everything you have told me about Ambrose and Serena?
It's just my word against theirs. It's nothing that's going to hold up in court. Viki, these people are very clever. That's why I came to you. You're the only one who can help me get the proof I need to expose them.
Tina is a very dedicated, if erratic worker. I mean, she's very important to me professionally and personally. But you, Gabrielle, you allow me to do God's work. And that means everything to me.
I don't think that I'm worthy of your praise. As I said, I'm late for work.
Well, one more little technicality I have to take care of before I let you leave. You see, as part of our screening procedure, we do background checks on all our prospective mothers. Purely precautionary, you understand.
What? You did some sort of background checkup on me?
Oh, nothing to worry about. Now, this is nothing to worry about. We're in the business of, you know, giving hope, not making judgments on people. Anyway, as a result of my research, I couldn't help but conclude as to the paternity of your child. Now, Michael Grand has quite a reputation. You will grant me that, won't you?
Michael?
Oh, my dear, there's no reason for secrets anymore. He's obviously your child's father. Now, given his tempestuous nature and his fierce desire to have a child, we cannot proceed with the adoption without his permission.
No, I don't really think that I can help you get any kind of proof. I don't see what difference I could make.
You haven't even let me explain.
I'm not entirely sure I want to hear the explanation. I guess that's why. Honey, even if the police doubt your story, it's still better for you to go to them with the information that you have and let them take care of it.
But they might just file it and just forget all about it or throw it in the trash.
It's still your best shot at uncovering Ambrose and the Lord Love the Children.
No, you are my best shot for that. Viki, if you don't help me expose these people, all those other children like Sandra are just going to be sold to the highest bidder.
And I could also end up losing Cord. Is that what you want?
No, of course it's not what I want.
Well, haven't you just once in your life want to make one big, grand gesture that's going to fix everything? I mean, you know it's a risk. You realize that. But you're willing to lose everything because, well, it's the one chance you may have at just turning your whole life around. No, I guess you wouldn't understand that. I mean, you've never had nothing to lose. Of course, who would understand it? Nobody does. I guess I'm just going to have to find my own way to stop the Wymans somehow.
Tina, wait. You may not have to take this chance alone.
You mean you'll help me?
Well, I don't know, but I have an idea. I have just a germ of an idea. The thing is, in order for it to be successful, I'm going to need some rather special assistance.
Oh, anything you want, really? This is going to be so great. The sisters working together, nobody will be able to stop.
No, honey, the kind of help you can give me, I don't need.
Oh, no, you're not going to try to take on Ambrose all by yourself.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd obviously have to have somebody with me, but the trouble is, I don't know if I can call him and ask him.
Well, you mean Roger? I don't think
No, not Roger. Clint.
Oh. And you don't want to call him?
Oh, part of me wants to call him. Bigger part of me is afraid he'll say no.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah. So my fears and feelings should just take a back seat to save the children, right? All right, I'm just going to call Clint and ask him if he will come home and help me in this investigation.
But that's not the only reason you're calling her.
No, I guess I'm hoping that if we can work together, maybe we can find our way back to each other.
Just like me and Cord. I knew it. If I came to you, everything would work out.
Now, don't get your hopes up, all right? Clint hasn't said yes. In fact, there's a very big chance that... Well, I'm just going to have to take that chance, aren't I? And all it costs me is one phone call.
Max.
Andy, you weren't listening from the kitchen, were you?
Look, she packed up and moved out. What does that prove? I heard in the kitchen. I could hear it in her voice. She still loves you.
Damn it, Andy, I know she loves me. You know she loves me, but somebody's keeping it a secret from Megan.
Well, maybe if you offered her a little encouragement instead of playing it so cool.
I'm sorry. I was trying to attack her vanity. I figured she's an actress. Vanity's her middle name. If I acted like I could live without her, maybe she wouldn't want me to.
Move over, Einstein.
Thanks. I gotta come up with plan B. Oh, boy. Gotta think of something that's gonna hit her where she lives. Let her know how special she is to me. Something that I can give her that no one else can.
What is it? I can hear those gears clicking. Come on, tell me. What's plan B?
Centennial Ball.
I don't understand why my baby's father need to be drawn into this at all. I came to you through Tina because I wanted my baby to have a good home. Now, if there's any permission that needs to be granted, I'm quite capable of doing so.
Well, I admire your self-reliance and your maternal instincts, but we have to have both the mother and father's consent for the adoption.
Oh, all right. I will call him and speak to him, and then I'll get back to you.
Well, in emotional matters like this, I like to deal with them directly. You see, that's the only way I can make sure that the father won't change his mind at the 11th hour. And given that it's Michael Grand...
Look, you don't understand. You see, Michael isn't the father.
But my research clearly indicates
Yes, your
that...
research is clearly mistaken. I'm very sorry.
Oh, no. I'm the one that's sorry. I'm sorry that I jumped to such an assumption. Well, please enlighten me. Who's the father?
Mr. Wyman, wouldn't it be possible for you to bend your rules and regulations just this once? I'm so anxious to give my baby to your worthy foundation. I would hate for anything to spoil that.
The only thing that can is keeping secrets. I'm sorry I have to pursue this, but I really must know the father's name.
If it's really necessary.
I promise the strictest confidentiality. Who is he?
His name is Max Holden.
Howdy, this is Clint Buchanan. Sorry,
No,
I can't take
Clint,
your
I don't
call
want to
right
talk to
now.
your machine. I want to
If
talk
wait
to
for
you.
the beep, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you pronto. Adios.
Clint, hi, it's me, it's Viki. Look, I realize you're very busy out there, but I really need to speak to you. It's very important. I need you to come home to Landview right away. You see, there's an investigation that I'm working on for the paper, and I can't really go forward with it without you. I don't want to say any more on the message machine about it, but if you'll just call me back, I'll explain it to you, and then you'll see how important it is, not just for us, but for other people as well. Of course, if you don't call back, I guess that will tell me all I need to know, won't it? Anyway, I'll be waiting for your call. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Julia? Who's that on the phone?
Oh, no one, Clint. It was just a wrong number.